Ladies and gents, welcome to episode 46 of the North Star podcast. Today, I'm with my dear friends, mentor, and fellow fitness nutrition coach, Jeremy Longfray.
What's up?
And today, we're going to be interviewing him on some Q&A questions. Some that you guys had and some that I really wanted to ask.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different voice here going today, so I'm excited, man. Thank you.
Same here.
Let's do it.
Let's say you have a client and they're in that stage where they're trying to bounce back, all right? So they had a setback. Let's say they just got back into binge eating and they're trying to bounce back. What kind of advice would you give them?
So I think a lot of times what people tend to get into is they get into a mindset of like extreme or not, like it's either all or nothing. So there's no like give or take. And I think a lot of times people think like when they binge, and again, I have to be very careful because I don't have a background in disordered eating in the aspect of I don't have a degree, but I've worked and I've had many conversations with people that have had disordered eating in the past when it comes to either binge eating or other aspects of it. But a lot of times I think what we have to realize is the reason why someone did something first, and then also to like what has caused it or what would they need to, change or make that would intentionally get them to a place where they start to not do it as frequent, right? Because I think a lot of times I dealt with binge eating where it would be like days where I would like just eat whatever and whatever I saw in the pantry or whatever, and it was like really weird combinations, usually involves peanut butter,
ketchup maybe,
and like just random stuff with peanut butter, like just the weirdest stuff, right? And we just have to find first the root cause, but also too, I think a lot of times is you might actually binge again, but the length of time that you binged has been reduced. So it might be like you binged every week, now you binge every 2 weeks, now you binge once a month, now you binge every 3 months, now you, right? So it's just like, it switches, but we have to first know the root cause of it, and we also have to not approach it with such an extreme approach. And because all that does is it feels like you're restricting all the time, and that also in itself doesn't help you long term, because all you feel is like, I can't have this, I can't have that, I can't have this, and then you want it that much more.
Exactly.
Right? So
I think that's the biggest thing. Like you said, you probably have dealt with that yourself. With the clients, I know I've definitely dealt with that with the restrictive diet. And another thing I personally think is like compliance, right? It's like as you build compliance with trying making these new habits, they can stack up. And as you stack your habits, it can help with that as well.
Yeah.
Cool. So clients, you probably have a lot of clients and a lot of people that you've worked with that probably don't like to track their food and get started. That might be the hardest thing for them. I know for me, trying to get into it, tracking food was the biggest thing for me. So what are some ways that people can track their food without actually, calculating every single gram of food?
Yeah, so like, I think somebody who's resistant to tracking right away, I would probably start them off with like hand position sizing, right? So like you can go like a fist is usually like vegetable serving, palm is protein, thumb is fats, cupped hand is carbs. That's usually what you've seen out there, like for structured stuff when it comes down to like portion control. But I think the biggest thing is, not also being super resistant about tracking, because tracking doesn't always have to be forever, right? Yeah. I don't track anymore. Like in the way, like I might track certain things just to like make sure, okay, I know I'm getting like exactly 8 ounces of meat, or I'm getting exactly this amount of like protein in this meal, right? But I've also done it so many times that I can kind of like estimate and know like, oh, okay, this is roughly where I'm at. Yeah. So I would say doing that, but also too, just understanding the basics and the foundations, even if that's just starting with enough protein, enough vegetables, enough fruits, enough water. And then once you get to a point where you can then phase into tracking, right? So like a big thing here is that I'm just gonna let the ambulance. Emergencies, bro. Yep. Emergencies. They're important. Okay, so yeah, if we're looking at like tracking long term, then somebody might go through what we call like a tracking phase. So it's like phase 1 might be your foundation. You just work on specific things. Phase 2 might be tracking. After you've tracked for a while, you go back to not tracking and see how you do, right? So tracking doesn't always have to be a forever thing. But if you're resistant to it, then you got to ask yourself why you're resistant to it first. Because I think it's actually going to be very helpful for you, even if you only do it for like 3 months. So
totally agree.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite foods that are like your go-to meal prep foods, especially for busy people?
You know what's funny, man? I probably had the same meal for the last like 3 months.
Yeah.
That I have the same like 2 Tupperware containers of just chicken breast, rice noodles, vegetables, and like some sauce. If that's like a mayo
go-to sauce?
Or just like a mayo, whatever, man. Like anything that I kind of want in that week.
Yeah.
I usually pack a fruit of some sort, if that's an apple, if that's pineapple, if that's strawberry, whatever it is in season. Breakfast, kind of like simple, man, either like a shake of some sort. And then my snacks are usually just like, I don't know. I really like I have celiac, so I don't eat gluten, but I have a gluten-free bagel with like jam or like cereal or Smart Sweets. I love Smart Sweets.
Yeah.
Dude. Like if I was sponsored by them, I'd be so happy. I buy so many bags of them, but I'm pretty simple, man. I think a lot of times people overcomplicate it. They try to have so many crazy different foods. If I'm gonna have anything that's like out of the norm, it's usually at a restaurant. I like sushi. I like Thai food. I like steak. I it's. But then like family dinners, it's always gonna be something different. So that's usually when I have that flexibility. But I'm also at a point now where it's like, not that I can eat anything and I'm okay, but I can eat pretty much anything and I can maintain where I'm at. I've just built my metabolism up to that point where it's like I don't have to worry so much about, I have to have this or I can't have this, or you know what I mean. So yeah,
love that.
Yeah.
Keep
it simple, man. Yeah. Like protein, vegetable, pick your carb, pick a fat. Exactly. Make it simple, whatever you like, man. So
and find a way to be consistent, right? Yeah. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. Walk me through your morning and nighttime routine.
Morning routine, man. Oh, okay. So it depends on what time I get up. Actually, no, I usually do the same thing no matter what time I get up. Actually, I get up. You know what? The first thing I do when I get up, and this is probably not what a lot of people would say is good at to do, but I actually check all my finances when I wake up.
Smart.
I look at my bank account. I look at my credit card statements. I look at my billing. I look at the gym's billing. I then also check my emails. I delete all my junk email in the morning. I actually don't answer emails, but I look to see if there's anything that's important that I would need to do in half an hour, 45 minutes. Same with my texts. If there's nothing that's urgent, I'll just look. I'll read. I'll see, is this something that's urgent? Is it not? Then I won't. And then I go into, what else do I look at? It's like a routine. I go on my phone and I do it all. But yeah, as soon as I kind of wake up, the thing is, I find I have a really hard time getting up right away. So I know sometimes it's funny to say, but sometimes artificial light just helps me kind of just open my eyes and
boot it up.
Yeah, but I don't go on social media though. I don't scroll Instagram. I don't do any socials. I don't do anything like that. I don't do anything that might cause me any stress.
Yep.
Sometimes people might say well, finances. More I look at did anybody steal any money from my credit card? Does my credit card have fraud? And it's well, then I know that's on my to-do list, right? I also look at okay, what bill just came out? Do I have to, I just allocate that. Then I get up, brush my teeth, take my sups. I take too many to name, so I'm not even going to name it. Take my peptides, whatever peptides I'm going with at the moment. Then I usually chill for 20 minutes. And then either, depending on the day, either if I'm going to the gym, I'll go to the gym, shower. And then I usually have liquid calories in the morning. I do not eat solid in the morning. That's me personally.
That's for your body?
Yeah, I just don't. I might have fruit. That might be the only solid I have. But I usually do not have anything solid. It's always liquid in the morning. I just find that works best with my gut. I don't get super. I don't have always a super high appetite when I wake up.
Totally understandable. So
I get hungry later. I get really hungry later in the day. So I usually have more calories later. But I do try to have at least something. Nighttime routine, like I don't, you see these like routines, man, of like, you got to do yoga, you got to do meditation, you got to do like 5 million things, and it takes you 3 hours to do. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, okay, cool. If you want to do that, sure, be my guest. Like, I don't do any of that. I don't think you need to do it to be successful. I think there's a lot of misconception on that.
Yep.
And there's some of the most successful people out there that like you would hear their routine and you'd be like, what? That's all they do? And it's like, well, yeah, it works for them.
Yeah, because
right?
they're all normal human beings, right?
Yeah, it's like what they do, right? Nighttime, take my night supps. I take some stuff like magnesium. I like ashwagandha at night.
Nice.
Magnesium. Did I say magnesium? I already said magnesium. Like L-theanine.
Sick.
Depending on I experiment with things just to see. Usually do a little bit of red light. I have a red light at home, so put that on.
Is it like the face one that you put on, or is it
no?
like in your
I
rooms,
usually I have a spotlight one, so I either just like put on my legs. I'll do maybe a little bit of stim, watch TV. If I remember, I put my blue light blocker glasses on. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. I just chill, man. I usually eat carbs. Yeah. Carbs, chill, watch TV. I try not to go on social media. Maybe play a little bit of games on my phone. Whatever I'm like rocking at the time. Yeah, like whatever. Like, it's funny, man. The kids that I train, like, they'll like, you should play this game. And then like, I haven't played it in so long. And then I start playing it again. And then I'm like, I play more and more and more of it. And then it's funny because when I go see them again, I'm like, oh yeah, like look what I've done now. And they're like, what the heck? Like, this is so cool. So it's pretty fun. Routine. yeah. It's just like fun, man. And then I go to bed, usually around 11 maybe ish, 11, depending on the day. And then that's all I do, man. I usually I grind from usually like 9 to 9 usually. Like, I'm not usually 9:30 right now when we're podcasting. So, but that's the thing, man. It's like you have to do things that work for you at the end of the day. So that's my routine. I don't have anything special for anyone. Like, I don't, like, how I do things works for me. Nothing that I do, I think, well, I guess it could make me a better person in the way of like taking supplements and peptides and all this stuff. But there's nothing that's like, oh, this is exactly what I need to do. Some days I'm like, man, I'll try a little bit more caffeine. Man, I'll try this nootropic. Man, it's how I feel like that day, right? So,
I'm bounce back what you said about sleep. So you mentioned like having troubles with sleep. I'm a person who's had troubles with sleep for the longest time. So like, do you find it as in, is it hard to fall asleep? Is it hard to get up? Like, I think you mentioned something about getting up. Like,
I go through waves.
Yeah.
If there's a lot more on my mind. I usually have a harder time falling asleep. Once I'm asleep, I might wake up for literally 10 seconds and then fall back asleep. I woke up. I wish I had that problem. With a leg cramp, bro. The other fucking night, I was like my calf, and I'm like, but I'm like deep sleep, and then my calf sees, and then I'm like stretch out, and then I just literally fell back asleep. Practically a nightmare there. It was really weird, dude. Like, stuff like that happens. But I'm very so the big thing for me is I'm consistent what I do. I do the exact same thing every single day. Yep. And I just don't stop doing it. Like, even if I feel like shit, I'll do it. If I'm tired, I do it. If I'm happy, I do it. If I'm traveling, I'll do it. Like, I'll make sure I have my things that I'm going to do no matter where I am. Is it perfect? Is it like I am if I'm at home? No. But at least I have a consistent schedule of things that I do so that when I go to work or when I go do those things, it's like I'm already ready and I already know that I've set myself up in some sort of consistency. So. Yeah.
I'm a strong believer that I don't really believe in routines myself, but I like to think of what are some sort of wins you can get before you get like the ball rolling. So I like to think of just simple 3 to 5 wins a day, right? For me, it's brush my teeth, right? Real quick, I roll out of bed whenever I can. I like to pump out a few push-ups and then just to get some blood flowing. And then just quick little jot on like a notebook, whether it's like a to-do list or just something I need to get doing. And I find that just sets the morning versus what I used to do, like especially when I was younger, just like hop on the phone, roll on the phone. Next thing you know, you're doom scrolling. 2 hours roll by and you're like, shoot. And then like that kind of like, adds up throughout the day, right? Mm-hmm. Versus just doing the same thing, getting good at it, enjoying it, and just letting that be a part of you. Just gets all the results, right?
Yeah, it's just doing it when you don't feel like doing it. Yeah. Like before this.
Being compliant to it.
Yeah, like before this, I had like computer work where like I'm going away. So I wanted to make sure everything was prepped. And and I like didn't want to do it, but I'm like, I'll do it, and I just did it. Like you have to get into that mindset. Like on the days you don't want to do it, sometimes it's the best to do it because it's done and over with. There's so many times people like procrastinate. They're like, I don't want to do it on this day, and I'm like, well, if you get it done now, you don't have to do it later.
Yeah, you don't gotta worry about it.
Just do it now. It's done, and it's just like it saved you 2 months. It saved you literally 2 months doing it. Because if it's like for example, like this, it's like I'd rather get certain things done now, so then in 2 months from now, I don't have to worry about 2 months down the road. It's already done. It's already over and done with, right?
Yeah, and I think for people like if they can just learn how to make it quick, like a quick decision, whether it's like for me, I personally use a 1, 2, 3 rule. So I just count 1, 2, 3, do it.
Yeah.
Does that work all the time? No. End of the day, we're not perfect, right? But as long as you can find stuff that you can do to make quick decisions too, right? Because like otherwise, process by analysis, and then you just procrastinate more, and that's going to lead to you not wanting to do it. Versus, I want to talk about extreme cutting.
Yep.
Have you ever done extreme cuts? Like let's say example, like over 500 calorie deficits, right? How's it impacted your muscle loss, or if you've ever done it, and metabolism? And do you want to chat about it?
Yeah, so 2016, I lost 70 pounds in 1 year. I don't recommend it unless, okay, so the thing you got to be careful about extreme cuts, it depends on how much you have to lose.
Yeah.
Did I need to lose 70 pounds? No, I got to, the weight that I remember seeing on the scale was 169. It's the lowest I've gone. I weigh 210.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah.
So imagine another 40-ish pounds off of me.
Yeah.
Like I look like I was like dying.
A lot less muscle. Yeah.
I look like I was like my face was sunken in. Like it wasn't a healthy look, right? And it's not even a look. I just didn't feel good either, right? I didn't look healthy, but I also didn't feel healthy either. I did it out of, that was my first ever like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna commit to it, and I committed myself for a full year straight, and I didn't really know much about fitness back then. I just did what I thought. I ran, didn't eat enough. I don't even remember really. I just remember I was getting ready for my baseball season. I was like, I got to lose weight. Like I'm going into college. I got to be better. I got to move better. Like if I want to keep playing, I have to. But I took it too much to an extreme. I lost a ton of muscle. If there's like progress pictures of me, like when I'm that small, and I didn't have as much muscle. I didn't, and now, dude, I'm like, I don't know, I'm probably eating triple the amount that I was back then. Like I said, I don't really have to worry about food in the aspect of I can kind of eat whatever I want, whenever I want, in a way, right? Obviously, I have to be mindful. I'm not going to just go like eat 10 pizzas just because I can. But like I have more freedom for sure, right? So
about that, so what made you do that? Was it like you're just trying to like extremely cut for like bodybuilding? You wanted that goal to get shredded? I know you mentioned baseball.
Yeah.
Was it just like feeling that, hey, what was that like feeling that was going?
I got bullied like growing up too, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like I got bullied for my weight. I didn't obviously feel confident in who I was. I didn't. Yeah. I didn't.
You just went one extreme, huh?
Yeah, like. If you're someone who never has done something and you want to make a change so bad, you're sometimes willing to do things that you never thought you could do, but then you also do things out of extremes, right? And when I said like extreme cutting, what I mean by in certain cases where, like you said, 500 calorie deficit. So I know it's a common 500 calorie, but like more than 500. It depends on how much someone has to lose. If they have to lose 150 pounds, maybe we might go to 800 calorie deficit, right? Maybe, right? That's a very, there's rare cases. But a lot of times, the quicker you do it, again, it's all situational. The quicker you do it, usually the quicker you gain it back because you didn't actually learn things. If you're going to do it, if you're going to do extreme cut, you can do it by yourself, but a lot of times a coach is going to help, man. Like having someone that you can trust in and believe in and like have those things is going to go such a long way, right? So,
do you wish you had a coach back then? I know for me, I definitely wish I had a coach when I first started.
I think yes and no.
Yeah.
The reason being is because I don't think I would have actually became a coach. Like if I got a coach, I would have just let my coach tell me what to do instead of researching and learning myself. So there's a little bit of me that yes, but no at the same time. The reason yes, because I feel like I would have obviously got to a place where I would have gone there quicker and maybe more efficiently, but no, because I'm glad I went through all that because I learned so much about myself too, right? I learned the hardships quicker.
Yep.
But I also was in a place at the time where I didn't have a full-time job. I was also like just trying to understand it and be someone who could be confident in themselves, but also wanted to know the right information and how to do it too. So
For sure. Wow, that's crazy. I had 2 more main questions, and then I want to go to a little bonus rounds.
Yeah, sure.
Do you ever like deal or have that feeling of, you know, being behind? And if so, like, how do you deal with it? That could be anything.
Every day of my life, man. Yep. Every day of my life, I feel that.
Which is funny because if you really break it down, like for your age and
what
you're doing, it's like, is it truly that? It's like, it's all in a day perspective, right?
I've dealt with that most of my life though, but yeah, and I'm aware, like, I don't mean this in a cocky way, but I understand that I am quote unquote further than most people my age. Okay, and the reason I say that is because, and I don't like to compare, right? Because everyone has a place in time where they're gonna, you know, either be someone who really wants to do something with their life in the aspect if they want to start a business, they want to do this. Some people, man, they're just like, I'm chilling with my 9 to 5 and that's all I want to do. I want to have a family. I don't care if I have X amount of dollars. I don't care if I run a business. I just want to do this for myself. And I'm cool. Like, if that's you, that's cool too, right? I think as someone who has been doing it for the length of time that I've been doing it, but any sort of craft, you get to the point where it's like, what do I do next? And then what do I do now? And then it's like, you get like a couple weeks or a couple months or even a year where it's like, you feel like things are not progressing like you thought. And it's funny because I've probably fast tracked, like in the aspect of like fitness wise.
Yep.
Because a lot of people don't end up making fitness a career.
Yep.
Like fitness a lot of times are like just a
part-time.
side. Yeah, like a part-time thing. Like it's just like, because I have this job, but I also love fitness, so I want to be able to do it.
Yep.
So for me, when I look at the bigger picture of it all, I also see that, but I also I wake up every single day being like, is there more I can do? Is there more? Is there more? And there's more. And I know there's going to be a time where I have to sit down and be like, am I okay where I am now? But I haven't reached that point because there's still, I still have time, right? I don't have a family. I don't have these things that are like, you know, and to be honest, man, like I'm at kind of a point right now where I'm happy that I get to do it. I'm happy that I get to grind. I'm happy, like, you know, I worked all day today and then get to podcast. Like, you know, I know a lot of people might be like, what the heck? Like, you know,
9 to 9.
I worked 10 hours and then now you're doing like 3-4 hours of podcasting. It's just, well, it's like, you have to get to a point where it's like, what are you willing to also sacrifice, but what are you also willing to do to quote unquote be, I guess, successful in your mind, right? Because what I see is maybe successful you might not see, and vice versa, right?
Yep.
So everyone has a different definition of it, but at the end of the day, man, it really comes down to what you value in what you're doing, but also to, I think, not doubting yourself, but like having that mindset of like, is there something else I can do, can actually, it gives you more motivation. And I don't really, maybe motivation not the right word, it gives you more drive to like work towards something, because I think a lot of times people give up really quickly, but then you also have to know when it's like, I got to move on to something different.
Yep.
So you kind of teeter-totter with that, but I would say, yeah, man, like probably every day of my life, man. Some days are better than others, obviously. Like some days I'm like, damn, like sick, like I'm doing well, or like I'm glad that I made this transition. Some days I'm like, damn, oh man, am I even like close to where I want to be? Am I like, have I even like achieved any sort of success in my life? Like you kind of play
limbo
limbo
thing,
with it.
right? It's like, it just really fluctuates on mood and day to day, but yeah, in the end of the day, it's like the journey is the biggest blessing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And yeah. Cool. Okay, this one runs a little close to home,
Okay.
but this is, and also probably a lot of people here listening can relate to this, but how do you motivate loved ones who are trying to take their health seriously? Because, yeah.
You know, that's the thing that's hard, man. It's like all you can really do is tell someone that you're there in the way of like when they're ready.
Yeah, whether you're there for them.
Especially with people that are closest to you. It's like a parent and a kid. You know, like you as the parent can tell your kid, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And then they have a coach or they have a mentor, or they have like someone who tells them the exact same thing and they listen to them. It's like people that are closest to you don't always, it's not that they don't always listen to you. It's just there's a different relationship than somebody they might look up to in a different way, right? Like a parent and a kid, the kid usually looks at the parent as a parent. They're not like, oh, and I'm not saying this in a mean way. Like, I just mean like there's a different role that they're playing than maybe their mentor or the coach that's like, I'm looking up to this person as they're like doing what I really want to do. So I'm going to listen to them, right? You know, and for me with family especially, it's like, you know, my family's not fitness fanatic. Like I'm probably out of everyone in my family, like I am someone who does this as a job. I do it every single day and I've been doing it for the longest. And like if you look at my family, there's not like, they're not going to the gym all the time. Like, you know, they're not jacked, they're not shredded. Like they're healthy. Yeah. But that's the thing, man. It's like everyone's going to have their definition of what they want to be health. And I think at the end of the day, all you can really do is just be there for them when they're ready. And like, you can like communicate with them. If they say something, you can be there to answer a question, or you can be like, hey, if you ever need to talk or you ever need help, like let me know. Or if they like say something that's kind of like maybe out of the norm of fitness, or they have like old beliefs, you can be like, well, and not to say it in a condescending way, but you're like, actually, do you ever think of it like this? Like challenging it a little bit, not like to have a family feud, but like just to be like, yo, like, have you ever thought of it like this? Like, this is what I just had this conversation with a client. Like, you know, it's funny, my grandparents, they're older. I say quote unquote, like, I don't know, grandparents, 70s, 80s, like everyone has a definition of old, but you know, they're not people that are like, you know, going to the gym every day. My grandma just started doing like this little, you know, fitness class that she loves. And like, is she, you know, gaining a ton of muscle? Probably not. But is she gaining stability, strength? Like, yeah, 100%. She loves it. She likes to do it. And that's the biggest thing, is you got to do something that you enjoy, right? She's not going to go into the gym and bench 225, right? Like,
it'd be impressive.
Yeah, it would. Dude, I'd be like, damn. Like, damn, that's crazy. But, you know, and then my grandpa's like, just walks. All he does is walk. Like, he likes to walk. And like, that's what he does. And I'm like, cool. Like, you're doing something. Like, just do something that's going to make you feel healthy and that you enjoy. Because at the end of the day, man, that's what it's really all about, right? Is going to probably lifting weights and doing those things going to help him? Yeah. But at the end of the day, man, he that's what he likes to do. You know, and I think a lot of it comes down to just being there as a support system if needed. Yeah. Right? So.
And there's phases with it, right? It's like in the present moment, you're going to do some sort of activity, and then moving on forward later in your life, you can't really predict that until it happens, right? And then you'll pivot, and then you'll change, and that's the biggest thing.
100%.
Doing stuff, but pivoting, right?
100%.
All right, bonus round to finish off.
Oh,
rapid fire, okay.
Coffee rapid fire.
Coffee or tea?
Dang. Sure, say that again.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee? Okay.
100%.
Sweet or savory breakfast?
Sweet. Oh, breakfast. Ooh. I'll have to say sweet, just based off what I usually do now. So sweet.
Gets the brain going. What's one food you'll never give up?
Steak.
Steak? Okay, like that.
Unless I digestively can ever. I would be very sad if I could like one day I ate steak and then I ate another time and then I'm just like, it just destroyed my gut. I'd be so sad.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be so sad.
What's the most overrated diet or fad diet trend that you think is happening right now? Overrated.
Oh man. In this day and age, that carbs are bad.
Yep. Crazy, right?
Yeah, that's like mind blowing to me. But okay, in certain situations, like someone who's diabetic, you got to be for sure. Carbs are not the enemy for probably most people. It's just that overconsumption of foods have created that sugar and all these things are bad. It's like you got to look at obviously too, like someone who's super active, someone who's not as active. It's just like distribution, right? But I would say that's pretty wild to me. Or like fruit's bad. Like, I'm like,
Really?
what?
You've heard that?
Oh yeah, dude. I've heard some crazy things, man. I've heard like drinking
Water.
I'm like, what do you
What?
like drinking? Like you have to drink warm or room temperature water versus
I've heard
cold
about that.
water. I'm
Yeah.
just like, bro,
Yeah.
just drink water, man. Like I don't care how you drink it. Like just drink the water. I'm
gonna
like,
piss
it's
it out
not the
anyways.
water that has gotten you to where you are now.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah. Most underrated healthy habit.
underrated healthy habit.
Yeah.
Probably. This one's actually becoming like more and more. I think people are doing it more, but like protein in each meal or protein and veggie in each meal. Like right, like I think a lot of times that's pretty underrated. Healthy habit, sleep.
Yeah, that's what came to my mind.
I was
Sleep
like,
was the first
underrated.
thing.
Sleep,
Yeah.
100%. Like
Actually optimize your sleep. Learn about sleep.
Yeah,
and
like-
just
just
Sleep.
just sleep, man. Like you know, I know it's kind of funny to say, but like that's probably the most underrated fat loss hack is sleep. I would say.
and fiber. I'd say fiber too.
Fine.
Yeah.
I would say though, like
Well,
on
it
a broad
depends.
spectrum, sleep.
Yeah.
Because sleep will then make it where it's easier, where you don't have as much cravings. That
Yep.
you usually also too when you're less tired, you're more likely to make a better choice
Mm-hmm.
as well. So.
Yep. Go to healthy snack. Applesauce.
Snack. I don't snack much really. Oh, I do, but they're not really.
Gotta have one go to.
I'm trying to think of things that I usually take on the go with me. I like That's It bars. I like the applesauce pouches. I like beef jerky. I like pepperoni sticks. I like. Just trying to think of fruit. Made Good bars because they're gluten free. Smart Sweets.
It's hard, right? Because
Sponsor
of
me,
celiac.
Smart Sweets. But yeah, I would say probably those are my top that I
Yeah.
can think of off the top of my head.
Extra bonus question. Smart sweets.
Yep.
Which one? Mine's fish. The fish ones are my favorite.
I
Sweet
got
fish?
gummy worms or the pink gummy bears.
Are they new?
No,
I had to try 'em
gummy
out.
worms.
Okay,
Got
they've been out?
purple. Yeah, I'll buy the boxes, bro. I'll buy them
you
the
just
boxes.
Bulk them.
Oh, dude, see how many Smart Sweets I have at home. I probably have like literally 50 bags at home of Smart Sweets.
Smart sweets.
Yeah,
Sponsor
yeah,
us.
don't come to my house and steal them, man. I'm telling you right now, those are my Smart Sweets.
Favorite way to move your body.
You know what? I was gonna say walking, but like recently in this state, I just haven't liked to walk. I know that sounds so funny. It's just 'cause I'm
You
on
have
my
a
feet
step-up
all day. Like intentionally going for a walk, like I get like 10,000 steps just like working.
Yeah.
So it's like intentionally going for one. I would probably say like I've been really enjoying like playing baseball again and then lifting. I just like getting a pump, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Can't go
Arnold's
wrong with
famous Arnold's
pump.
famous line there. Right? If you haven't seen it, look it up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it on camera.
Gotta keep the sets here.
Yeah.
Best advice for busy parents.
Plan ahead.
Plan ahead.
Plan
I
ahead,
agree.
man. Just like
Yeah.
like I said,
Structure.
take like 3 hours on one day to just plan your meals, like, you know, or like plan. Just plan ahead.
Grocery
Plan ahead.
shopping, everything.
Yeah, just plan
Yeah.
ahead. That's all.
One myth of fat loss that you just wish would disappear. Carbs and me.
Know that that calorie deficits don't matter. They do matter.
Yes.
I've heard so many people like it doesn't matter that if you're in a calorie deficit or not. I'm like, okay, cool, sweet. There's obviously more to that. Obviously, I would have to get into a full thing, but I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite cheat meal.
You know what, man? I'm gonna go and be like, I don't believe in cheat meals.
You don't believe in cheat meals?
No, I think that just leaves a negative annotation on those foods.
Yeah.
And I've seen too many people go in the opposite direction when they look at it, because then you're like saying this food isn't good. Like I can't have it whenever. Like if I wanted a cookie every single day, I could have a cookie every single day.
Yeah.
Right. Like for me, it's like I'll eat
Fit in
whatever,
macros or
whenever,
macros.
in the aspect of like if I want a burger, I'll have a burger. But it to me, it's not a cheat meal. It's just a meal. Like it's just a more higher caloric dense meal.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah. Protein shakes. Do you like them morning or night? I'm a nighttime person.
if I have a shake, it's in the morning.
It's in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm the
Yeah.
exact
liquid.
opposite.
I'm liquid, right?
Yeah.
Remember
'Cause-
liquid?
Yeah.
I like liquid solid more in the nighttime. Personally, that's just how I.
This works for your body, right?
Yeah.
This is what works. Cardio or weights? That's a stupid question, but
Which one?
Cardio or weights?
Weights.
Weights, easy. What's one thing you do every day for your health besides sleeping and tracking calories and eating?
Just you know what, man? Just like staying consistent.
Staying consistent.
Yeah,
Love
just
that.
like doing the things that make me feel good.
Any kitchen must-haves?
Meat.
Peanut butter?
Meat.
Sauce? Meat. Yeah, protein.
Protein, bro. Any kind of meat, man.
And is there anything that you wish everybody here would know about metabolism?
That you can increase it by gaining muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, finish it off. What's a common mistake you see with people with supplements?
They don't first research the supplements, or they just take things just because like
Social
a
media.
guru told them to, or like you know, I used to work at a supplement store, and like the biggest thing is like upselling. Like it was always like, you need this, you need this, you need this. It's like, well, try something first, see if it works for you. Then if you want to add something after, then do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like that kind of stuff. But also too, like look at the basics first. Like if you're gonna start taking supplements, look at what most people are deficient in North America. Start there, and then see if you want to add anything that's more like quote unquote specialty.
Love it. Well, Jeremy, that was all that I had for you
Sweet,
today.
man.
It's a great little
That was lovely.
conversation.
Yeah.
Pretty value packed.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Well, that was a great episode 46.
Yeah.
To the next one.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to episode 46 of the North Star Podcast.